right, good morning, everybody.
Come on here.
Thanks for showing up on your mat today. My name is Kristin, for those of you that I don't know, and I'll be guiding your practice today. And let's get started in a comfortable seated position, sitting up tall through the spine, tall through the crown of the head. And then I invite you to just close your eyes, palms up or down in your lap. And then just tune in to the breath, noticing your inhales and noticing your exhales. And just starting to quiet the mind as much as you can. Starting to make that breath audible. Make sure you're not clenching the jaw, and maybe even take the tongue away from the roof of the mouth, finding some softness in the face and in the shoulders. And just take this moment, this opportunity to extend a little gratitude for showing up on your mat. With everything that's going on right now, we could think of so many excuses to not show up. But you did show up, you're here, we're gonna move, we're gonna breathe, we're gonna put those thoughts aside for an hour and just focus on our practice, focus on our breath, turning our attention inward. Good, take 5 rounds of breath here. Inhaling to fill, exhaling to maybe rise up just a little bit taller while softening the shoulders down and back. Whenever you finish that last round, no rush to get there. You can stay there for a few moments if you need that time. But when you're ready, we'll start to open the eyes, come back into your space. Good, we're gonna go ahead, take the right hand, place it on the crown of the head. Walk the left fingertips out towards the side of the mat, and then just gently start to pull the ear away from the shoulder. I've been noticing, I usually go to the chiropractor at least twice a month, and I've been noticing my neck. It's been really stiff, really tight. So I thought we'd start today, if you're feeling the same way I am, with that tightness and soreness in your neck, with a few neck stretches. Good, just breathe into the stretch. You're not trying to force it, but just lengthening. Good, on the inhale, take the right hand off, and we'll go ahead and switch sides, taking the left hand to the crown of the head, walking the right fingertips out, and then gently pulling the ear away from the neck. Another thing too is we're probably all on devices a lot more right now because we have a lot of that downtime. So we might be experiencing what they call text neck. So this is good to start to lengthen and ease some of that soreness. Good, I invite you to keep your eyes closed. Good, on the inhale, release the hand from the top of the head. And we'll take some neck rolls here. So let's first just take the chin towards your chest, take the gaze down, and then bring the right ear over to the right shoulder. Good, if it feels comfortable to take the head back, you can. Otherwise, you can come back to the center and then over to the other side. And just slow movements here from one side to the next. Good, let's take one more each side. Good, and then take the chin towards the chest. Start to round the back. And we'll take a couple seated cows here. So on the inhale, we're going to shine the heart forward, lifting through the chest, opening up the chest. Good, and then on the exhale, go ahead and round the back, take the gaze inward. And we're starting to use our core here too and warm up the spine. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good, close your eyes and just move at your own pace. Don't worry about my pace or anyone else's. And maybe we start to make some circles here, moving the chest forward and then coming around to the back. Good, and then we'll switch directions. Good, take 2 more movements, 2 more rounds or 2 more circles or whatever movement you've got going on right now. Good, and then we'll come back to neutral, sitting up tall for the spine again. Inhale, take the arms overhead, reach for the sky, and then exhale, twist over to the right. Get a nice spine stretch here. The back hand is serving as a second spine to lift us up nice and tall through the crown of the head. Good, you can even get a neck stretch here by taking your right ear to your right shoulder. This is making me realize how tight my neck is. Good. Inhale, lift the head back up, unwind, come back through center, arms reach overhead, take the gaze up, and then exhale, twisting to the other side. Good. This side, you can go ahead if it feels good to take the left ear to the left shoulder. Good. Inhale, unwind, coming back through center. And then exhale those hands to touch at heart center, sitting up tall through the spine. Close your eyes just for a couple moments here and set an intention for your practice. What do you want to create on your mat today? Maybe something you can take away and remind yourself through the rest of the day. Or just take this moment to just extend a little gratitude to your body, for the yoga community that we have, that we're able to really pivot during this time when we can't be at the studio, but we can still be a community of yogis together. Good. When you're ready, open the eyes, come back into your space, and we'll make our way to a tabletop position. Setting up wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to take the gaze down and lengthen through the sides of the neck. Good. Really trying to pull the shoulders away from the ears. Good. On the inhale, lower the belly, take the gaze up for cow, and then we'll reverse as we take the gaze inward on the exhale for cats. Good. Inhales for cow. Exhales for cat. Inhales to cow. And then exhales to cat. Good, and then coming back to a neutral tabletop position. We're going to go ahead and kick that right leg behind us. And we want to try to keep our hips level so they're squared towards the mat. We're still reaching the neck nice and long. And then we're going to take the knee towards the chin, round through the back, in cat pose. Good, inhale to lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale to round. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round. Inhale to lengthen. One more time. Exhale to round. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, lower that knee back to the mat. And we'll set up for the other side. Extend that left leg to the back. Good. And then let's go ahead, take the knee towards the chest. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round. Last time. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round. One more inhale. And then exhale, lower the knees. Take the knees wide. Sit the hips back for just a moment here. Coming to a quick child's pose. Resting the forehead. If you want to get a little more into the shoulders, you can come to puppy pose. So all that is walking the arms long on the mat. Hips are lifted And then resting the forehead here.
Rose, can you do puppy pose?
Good, and then when you're ready, we'll start to walk the hands towards the front of the mat, bring the knees back in, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Good, first downward facing dog here, maybe pedaling out the feet and the shoulder, pressing the heels towards the mat. Good, take any movement that you need. You might even want to come up onto the balls of the feet, get a nice stretch, and then exhale, press the heels down. Good, I'm going to come forward into plank, and then I'm going to exhale, lift the hips back up. Let's do that again. Come forward onto the balls of the feet, come to plank. Inhale, back up. Good, and then let's find some stillness here in our downward facing dog. Good, take 2 deep breaths. Inhale to fill. Exhale to release. One more time, inhale. And then exhale. Good, let's take the gaze forward. Bend the knees. Walk the feet to the front of the mat, coming to your forward fold. Separate the feet so they're about hip-width distance apart. And we'll come to ragdoll here, placing the thumbs into the elbow creases. And just a gentle rock from side to side. And really, you can take any movement here in your forward fold. Maybe bend one knee and sit the hip back. And then the other. If it would feel good, you can take the hands behind the back. Find a clasp and lift the clasp overhead. As much as it feels good. Not trying to force anything. You can even bend your knees, resting your torso on the thighs. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Good. On the exhale, you have the clasp. Go ahead and release the hands to the front of the mat. Heel to the feet so they're almost touching. We'll come to inhales, half lift. Exhales, fold it down. Do that again. Inhale, half lift, using our core here. Exhales to fold. Inhale, this time slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Arms reach overhead, mountain pose. Good, maybe close the eyes. And then exhale those hands to touch at heart center. Good, so in our mountain pose, we're starting to lift through the front of the thighs. We're tucking the pelvis under slightly. We're rolling the shoulders down and back, standing up nice and tall. Good, and then next exhale, lower the hands by your side. Inhale, arms lift, gaze goes up, and then exhale, fold it down. Inhales, half lift. Exhales to fold, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Good, we're gonna hold our plank here, warming up our core, utilizing the entire length of the body here. So we're lifting the kneecaps, we're lifting the fronts of the thighs, we're lifting through our hamstrings, pressing the weight back in the heels. Good, take 2 more breaths, you got this. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Good, next breath, shift the weight forward. Always welcome to come to the knees first. And then we'll lower, hugging the elbows in towards the ribs, come all the way down. Good, resting the chin or the forehead, hands under the shoulders. Let's peel the chest off the mat. Good, coming to cobra. Exhale, release it down. Good, inhale to lift again. Maybe even float the hands off the mat. Make sure the gaze is still down here to protect the neck. Exhale, release. Good, walk the hands back towards the ribs. Good, push into the hands and we'll come to up dog. So now we're lifting the belly, we're lifting the hips. Good, take the gaze over to the right. Back through center. Left. Back through center. And then we'll tuck the toes. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Big inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Next inhale, come high onto the balls of the feet. Take the gaze forward. Walk or float the feet forward, fold. Inhales, half lift. Exhales to fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, right back down. Inhales, half lift. Exhales, plant the hands, step or float the feet back. If you do float the feet back, make sure your elbows are bent. Good, lower, chaturanga. Inhales, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, walk or float the feet forward, fold. Inhales, half lift. Exhales, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms reach, and then exhales right back down. Inhales, half lift. Exhales, plant the hands. Good, shift the weight forward, chaturanga. Inhales, up dog or cobra. Exhales, downward facing dog. Good, let's move through that sun sail A. Again, 2 more times. Feel free to move at your own pace. Whenever you're ready, start moving and breathing. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling as we rise, and then exhales, holding it down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, plant the feet, plant the hands, lowering. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Good, start to move again whenever you're ready, no rush. Move at your own pace. Good, tuning into your breath. Good, and then meeting back and downward facing dog when you're ready. Good, let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. And don't worry if you're still catching up. Just make your way to down dog whenever you're ready. Good. Once you have arrived at downward facing dog, let's go ahead and take that right leg into the sky. Good. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose, round the back. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back. Inhale to lift it high. Good, one more time, knee to nose. This time, step the foot between the hands, coming to our low lunge. Lower the back knee and then take the arms overhead, leaning into that stretch. Good, gaze goes up. Nice, deep inhale. And then exhale, lower the hands. Plant the left hand inside of that right foot and take the right arm into the sky, coming into your twist. So in this twist, we're also squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. Good, exhale, lower the hand back down. Let's come to a half split or hamstring stretch. Sitting the hips back and letting the neck just release here. You need to bend your knee to come out of it. And then make your way back in. Good, let's bend through that front knee again. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift the knee, step it back, take your vinyasa if you like. Know that you can always skip it. You can go straight to down dog or come to child's pose. Good, big inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Good, let's do the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Good, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift it high. Last time, knee to nose, then step the foot between the hands. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes, and then come to your low lunge. Good, sinking into that lunge. Gaze goes up. Good, exhale, release the hands. Plant the right hand this time and take that left arm into the sky. Gaze can go up towards that top hand if that feels good. Good, squeezing the thighs towards one another. That'll create that balance and strength. Good. Exhale, release the hand. Good. Let's come to that half split on this side. Flexing through that left foot. Letting the head and neck just release. Maybe bending out of it and coming back in. Good. Breathing into any areas of tightness there. A lot of tightness that we carry in our hamstrings. Good. Let's bend back into that left foot. Frame the foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Step it back. Take your vinyasa if you'd like. Inhaling and exhaling to downward facing dog. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Next inhale. Take that right leg into the sky. Knee to nose. Inhale to left. Exhale. Knee to nose. Step it through. Good. Plant the left hand. Take the right arm into the sky. Come into your twist. Good. From here, find your balance. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another and rise all the way up to your twisting lunge. Good. Inhale. Come to crescent, facing the hips towards the front. Good. We're coming back to the twist. Take the right arm behind. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist one more time. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, lower the hands. Take your vinyasa. Always the option to lift one leg if you like. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, take that left leg into the sky. Good. Knee to nose, round to the back. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to nose and step it through. Plant the right hand, take the left arm high. Gaze can go up. If that feels good. If it doesn't, just take the gaze down. Good. From here, find your balance, find your center, and rise up to that twisting lunge. Good. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, open up, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, last time, open up in that twist. Inhale to center, and then exhale, lower the hands, step it back, take your vinyasa, inhaling and exhaling. Good, deep breath here. Inhale to fill, exhale to release. Good, we're gonna add on a little bit here. So let's take that right leg back into the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Plant the left hand, right hand reaches for the sky. Good, find your balance here. Squeeze the inner thighs together and rise up. Inhale to center. Exhale, open and twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, open and twist. Inhale, this time, open all the way up to warrior two. So big transition there. Setting up your foundation in your warrior two. We're trying to track that right knee to the right pinky edge of our foot. Find your drishti over those front fingertips. Make sure you're keeping the bend in that right knee. Relax the shoulders. Good, let's go ahead and reverse our warrior here. Flip through the right palm. Go ahead and reverse by wrapping that left arm around the waist, or it can reach gently for that back leg. Keep breathing. Good. From here, we're going to extend our warrior, coming up with the torso, placing the forearm onto the front thigh, and then reaching that left arm above your head. Trying to stack our shoulders. And if you want a little more, you can release that right hand and reach both hands. Might feel a little shaking. 2 more breaths, you've got this. And then inhale back to warrior two. Good, windmill the arms, frame the foot, step it back, take your vinyasa, or you can skip it and come straight to downward facing dog. Good, deep breath here. And then let it go. Good, let's set up for the other side. Left foot comes to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Root into the right hand, left arm reaches. Good, squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Find your balance as you come up to your twist. Inhale to center. Exhale to open. Inhale to center. Exhale to open. Good, transition here. Inhale, open all the way up, warrior two. Good, find that drishti over those left fingertips. Left knee is tracking to the left side of that foot. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Focus on your breath. Good, let's reverse the warrior. Flip the left palm, back hand wraps around the waist or reaches gently for that back leg. Good, remembering to keep that bend in the left knee while still opening up the left knee. Good, lots of length through that left side of the body. Good, let's extend our warrior now. Taking the left forearm to the thigh and then reaching that right arm to the sky. Good, lots of variations you could take here. You could reach for the inside of that left foot. You could reach both arms. Just make sure you're breathing. Good, inhales back to warrior two. Settle in for a moment. And then exhale, windmill the arms. Frame the foot. Take your vinyasa if you like. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath. Let it go. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to add on that sequence a little bit more. So when you're ready, on the inhale, take the right leg into the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot through. I just realized I lost my yoga partner. Good, plant the left hand, right arm reaches. Good, find your balance and rise all the way up. Twisting crescent lunge. Inhale to center. Exhale, open. Inhale to center. Exhale, open. Inhale, open all the way up, warrior two. Good, set your foundation. Let's reverse that warrior. Good, now straighten through the right leg. Reverse triangle. And we're gonna make our way to triangle pose next. So coming upright with your torso, reach the right fingertips forward, tip at the hips. And we're trying to stack our hips here. If you find that the left shoulder is caving down, walk the right hand up that leg a little bit, or if you have a block, you can use that. Good. If you're feeling any pain in that right knee, go ahead and put a little micro bend in the knee. Good. From here, we're going to transition into half moon. So take your left hand to your left hip. Bend into your right knee. Reach the hand forward about 6 inches or so. Good. Then we're going to start to stack the hips as much as we can. Left arm is reaching towards the ceiling. Back foot is flexed. That's going to help you with balance. Good. If you would like, you can go ahead and find a bind here by grabbing for that left foot. And if you fall out of it, no biggie, like I just did. Just come back. Good. If you have the bind, go ahead and release the bind. Bend through the supporting leg. Find the earth behind you. Coming back to warrior two. Good job. Good. Let's open up. 5-pointed star. Take up space. Toes are pointing towards the corners of the room. Good, and then exhale those hands to touch at heart center. Coming down into your goddess squat. Maybe moving the hips a little bit from side to side. Nice little hip opener here. Good, and then just settle in for a moment. Good, we're gonna take the arms out to the side, cactusing the arms here. Good, we're gonna start to try to touch the right elbow to the right leg. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Inhale to center. Legs might be shaking a little bit right now. That's okay. Keep with it, keep breathing. One more each side. Beautiful. 5 points to start. Take up space. Take the hands to the hips. Turn the toes so they're slightly pointing towards one another. Let's lift through the heart. And then exhale. Fold it all the way down, Prasarita. That feels really good. Just let everything go. My daughter's laughing at me. Good. Just enjoying that sensation of having your head below the heart. Slowing down the breath. Good. On the inhales, come to half lift. Exhales, fold it back down. Good. Take the hands to the hips, and we'll rise all the way back up to a flat back. Now we're just going to change the direction of the feet so that you're facing towards the back of your mat, coming back to warrior two. Good. Extending the arms long, relaxing through the shoulders. Good. We'll set up on this side here. So let's go ahead and reverse your warrior. Back arm can wrap around the waist or reach gently for that. Good. Now start to straighten through the left leg, coming to reverse triangle. Good. We're going to make our way to triangle pose on the next breath. Releasing the bind if you have one. Reaching the left hand forward, tipping at the hips, stacking shoulders. Again, this side too, if your left arm is caving down, just walk your hand up a little bit on the calf. And you really don't even want to put much weight onto the leg. You're using your core here. You're still pulling that belly button towards the spine. Good. We're going to transition next to our balancing pose. So let's take the right hand to the hip. Start to bend through that left leg. Reach forward about 6 inches. Find your balance. Good. And then start to stack the shoulders, stack the hips. Now, to help with balance, flex through that back foot. Pretend like you're trying to press it against a wall. Now reach up a little taller through that right hand. That's going to help create some core strength. It's going to improve your balance. Good. And if you'd like to take that bind, you can reach for the left foot. Maybe even test your balance a little bit by taking the hands away from the mat. Oh, my fireplace is really blowing on me right now. Good. If you have the bind, release it. And then we'll make our way gently back to warrior two. Good. Big inhale here. Exhale. Let it go. Good. Let's come back to 5 pointed. Toes pointing to the corners of the mat. Fingers spread nice and wide. Take the gaze up. And then we'll bring the hands to touch at heart center, coming back to goddess pose. So we're slightly tucking under the pelvis here. We're nice and tall through the spine, tall through the crown of the head. Good. Maybe you gotta move a little bit. Hopefully some of you are listening to some good music. Move a little from side to side. I do miss the tunes in addition to the heat of the yoga studio. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and lift your right heel. Exhale, lower it down. Lift the left heel. Exhale, lower it down. Good. Let's switch sides again. Right and left. Right and left. One more time. Right, left, both heels. I have some major shaking going on right now. You probably do too. Keep with it. Keep breathing. As soon as your body thinks it wants to quit, usually means that you can hold on just a little bit longer. Keep breathing. Good. Lower the heels. Take up space. 5 pointed star. That feels good. And then we'll bring those hands back to the hips. Turn the toes so they're facing towards one another. And we'll take another Prasarita. Lift up through the heart first. And then exhale. Fold it down. Good. Let out a sigh here. I've been letting out a lot of sighs lately. Sometimes my husband's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. I just needed to get that out. Good. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Beautiful. Good. Inhale. So let's come to half lift. Exhale. So fold it down. Good. Take the hands back to the hips. Come up through a flat back here. Point the toes towards the front of the mat, making your way back to warrior two. Good. On the exhale, windmill the arms, frame the foot, step it back, take your vinyasa if you like, or otherwise skip it, and come to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Big inhale here. And you're welcome to, if you want a child's pose here, of course, you can always do that. This is kind of our home-based pose. You can grab a drink of water, which I will do.
I did. I learned that one.
Oh, good. And then whenever you're ready, and take your time, this is your practice, to make our way back to downward facing dog. Good. Lifting the hips, pressing the heels towards the mat. Just check in here. Notice how this downward dog feels compared to your first downward dog. Hopefully you feel a little more stretched out. You might feel a little more tired, that's for sure. Good, take one more deep inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Good, we're gonna shift our weight forward into plank. Good, for those of you that saw that I posted on Facebook that I was gonna be teaching today, I warned you there was gonna be some core work. And not that we haven't already been doing lots of core work, because we have, but we're going to do a little more. And we're going to do it in the form of plank. So, coming to plank if you're not already there. Good. We're going to tap one knee and then the other. Tap and tap. Keep breathing. You've got this. We are growing stronger and stronger. Good. Keep tapping here. Keep breathing. Good. Let's do two more each side. You've got this. Of course, if you have to come out of it, always do, and then just come back. Good. I have one more each side. Good. And then back to downward facing dog. That feels good. We're not done yet. A little bit more. You got this. Good. Let's come forward into plank again. Good. From here, take your right knee to your right elbow. And then step it back. Left knee, left elbow. Step it back. Good. We're going to move from side to side. I'm going to stop talking because I can't do that at the same time. Good. Keep breathing. You got this. Good. Let's do four more total. I've got one more. Oh, lower the knees. Take a child's pose. Let everything go. Let out a sigh. Trying to find that breath. Good. Take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Good. And then we're just going to start to make our way onto our bellies, setting up for Sphinx pose. So, Sphinx pose, we're going to take our elbows, they want to line up under our shoulder. And then our forearms are parallel to one another. Good. So we're starting to stretch the front of the belly. Do you have any lower back pain? I know Matt loves this pose. Steve has some lower back pain. So this is a great one for that. Now, let's engage a little bit more. We're going to pull the elbows towards the belly here, towards the ribs. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. So just a little more engagement here. Active engagement in our Sphinx pose. Good, and of course, if you're feeling any pain in your lower back, back off a little bit, or even a lot. Good, one more inhale. And then exhale, let's just go ahead, come down to the mat, take the right cheek to the mat, and then take the arms long on your mat, just looking over to the left side. I invite you to close the eyes and just feel the support of the floor beneath you. That wonderful feeling of putting in a lot of exertion and then getting a little rest. I always feel better afterwards. Good, we're gonna come to locust next, just to prep you. So let's go ahead and take our chin or your forehead to the mat. And then when you're ready, on the inhale, start to lift the head, lift the shoulders, lift the arms, lift the feet. Good, see if you can lift the backs of the arms a little higher. Neck is nice and long here. Gaze is down. Keep breathing and maybe lift just an inch. So we're really using that back body, strengthening those back muscles. And then exhale, let it go. Take the left cheek to the mat, looking over to the right. Just let the heels fall to the sides. Let everything go. Maybe even let out a sigh. Good, we'll take one more back bend when you're ready. We'll come to bow pose next. So let's take the chin back to the mat. We're gonna bend one knee, reach around for the foot, and then bend the other knee, reaching for the other foot. When you're ready, start to press the feet into the hands and lift everything you can off the mat. Good, gaze is still slightly down. Good, we're still engaging our belly here, even though we're doing back bends. Keep breathing. Maybe lift up a little bit more. Maybe shift the weight forward and back if you can. A lot of moaning going on for my yoga partner. Good, exhale. Release it down. Take the right cheek to the mat. Windshield wiper those feet from side to side. Good, let's take a counter pose. We'll make our way back to child's pose. Pushing into the hands, take the knees wide, big toes to touch. Rest the forehead. Big breath here. Beautiful. Let's walk the hands in and make our way to our seats. We've got just a little bit of time for a little more core work. Ready? All right, we're going to come to boat pose, everyone's favorite. Good, so we're going to take our feet off the earth, reach the hands forward. Most important, we're lifting through the chest. Good, if you can straighten the legs, you're welcome to. But we're going to lower on the inhale and lift on the exhale. Good, lower on the inhale, lift on the exhale. Good, you've got this. Keep moving, keep breathing. Good, we're really pulling the belly button towards the spine, using our abdominal muscles. You've got this, Layla, come on. Inhaling. Good, you have two more in you, you got it. Those of you that aren't showing your picture, don't give up, just because I can't see you. Keep going. Good, then we'll come all the way down. Let out a sigh, counter pose, bring the knees to the chest, wrap the arms around the legs, and just gently rock from side to side. Massaging the lower back. Good, when you're ready, place the hands on the backs of the thighs, and we're gonna rock and roll the length of the mat. So this is kind of massaging the spine here too. I always have a lot of fun doing this. Makes you kind of want to say, wee. Good, and then let's rock all the way up to a seated position. And we're gonna make our way to butterfly pose. Bringing the soles of the feet together. We're gonna open up the hips a little bit more. So sitting tall through the spine. Lift through the heart, and if you'd like to, you can walk the hands forward and just release the head and neck. I'm realizing how much I need to paint my toenails. That hasn't been done in a very long time. Good, breathe here. Just notice what the body's feeling. Good. On the next inhale, we'll walk the hands back in. We'll do one more hip opener here. We're going to come into fire log pose. Lots of variations that you can take here. So fire log pose is essentially lining up one calf over the neck. So it's kind of like two fire logs. If this is too much and this knee isn't coming down, you can place like a pillow or a towel or anything right there to kind of make up for that gap. And if even that's too much, you can just take one shin in front of the next, and you should still get some opening in your hips. So I'm going to stack here, sitting up nice and tall, and you'll probably notice too when we switch sides that one side is different than the other. If this is enough of a hip opener for you, you can stay right here. If you want to try it get a little bit deeper, you can start to walk the hands forward. Yeah, that feels good. You might even get a little shaking here. It's kind of an intense hip opener. And then in this pose, the active resting poses, it's so easy for our mind to start to wander. And if you can, just for now, focus on the breath. Focus on what you're feeling in your body. Don't judge yourself if your mind is racing. It's completely normal. And see if you can use your intention, use your willpower to bring it back to the breath, bring it back to the body, shutting off the chatter of the mind. And on the next inhale, you have a fold. Go ahead and walk the hands back in. Place the hands behind you. And then we'll just simply take the right foot off and just windshield wiper the knees really from side to side. And then we're going to go ahead and set up for the other side. So whatever leg you did last time, go ahead and switch it. Coming back to fire log pose, stacking the opposite foot or opposite leg on top, sitting up tall, pulling the belly button towards the spine. Like even I noticed this side's a little bit easier for me. Good, and if you want a little bit more, you can go ahead and lift through the chest first and then fold it forward, walking the hands to the front. Release the head and neck. Just let it hang. Check in that you're not clenching your teeth. Find some softness between the brows. It's hard to focus there. I think we realize too with home practice, we have to work a little extra hard to focus on our practice when we have so many more distractions around us. I think that's just a way to challenge ourselves a little bit more and get better at breathing, maybe breathing a little bit louder. Good. Next inhale, you have fold, walk the hands back in, place the hands behind you, uncross the legs, feet come to the earth, and then windshield wiper from side to side. Good. Coming back to the mat here, I'm going to extend my legs long. Inhale, take the arms overhead, and then exhale to fold. Placing the hands wherever they reach, resting the head and neck. Then on the inhale, coming back up, bring the hands in front of you, so palms facing in towards one another, spreading the fingers nice and wide. We're going to really use our core muscles here, and we're going to lower all the way down to the count of 10, 9, don't beat me, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let everything go. Good. Let's bring a knee into the chest, followed by the other. Rock a little bit from side to side. Good. We're going to take some twist here on our back. Go ahead and lower the feet to the mat. Shift your hips just about an inch over to the right side of your mat, or if you're not on a mat, just on your floor. Wrap the right leg, fully crossing it over, and let the knees fall over to the left side. Arms can come wide, or you can cactus them. And take the gaze in the opposite direction of your knees, so over toward the right side. These twists always feel so good at the end of a practice. Good. On the inhale, slowly unwind. Bring in the knees back to center. Uncross the legs. Shift the hips to the left side. Cross the left leg over the right. Take the arms wide or cactus them. And then let the knees fall to the right side. Gaze comes to the left. Just ask that you was doing it right. The yogi answer would be, of course you are. Go right or wrong. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Uncross the legs. We'll take a happy baby here before we make our way into our final resting pose. So maybe a little bit of movement from side to side. And I invite you to stay for Shavasana. I know how easy it is to just skip it because it's not in the studio, so it doesn't exactly feel the same. But we kind of need this now more than ever. Good. I'm going to ask my assistant to dim the lights. Good. And then we'll take up space on our mats. Letting everything go. That's too dark. There you go. Good. Sink a little bit deeper into the mat. Coming back to that normal rhythm of your breath. And if the thoughts start to creep in, because they will, try to visualize them as clouds just floating by. Just breathing, feeling the rise and fall of the belly. Take the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Next exhale, sink a little bit deeper. When you're ready, start to bring some awareness back into the body. Take your time. Maybe start by wiggling your toes. Anybody can still keep the eyes closed. Wiggle the fingers. Maybe rolling the wrists and the ankles. Switching directions. Feel good. You can take a full body stretch here. reaching arms overhead, reaching fingertips and toes in opposite direction, arching the belly towards the ceiling. Big inhale, and then exhale, bend one knee, followed by the other, and then rolling over to your side of choice, resting your head in your arm. Still keeping those eyes closed if that feels comfortable. On your next inhale, we start to push into the hands. Make our way all the way up to a comfortable seated position, sitting up tall to the spine, tall through the crown of the head. I invite you to keep your eyes closed. I'm going to share a little quote that I texted to myself this morning. And this is by Gandhi. It says, keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive because your words become your behavior. Keep your behavior positive because your behavior becomes your habits. Keep your habits positive because your habits become your values. Keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. Taking our hands to heart center. If they're not already there, let's take a few breaths together to seal our practice as a mini yoga community. Big inhale to fill. Exhale, let it go. Inhale and exhale. Good. Next inhale, taking the thumbs to touch at forehead center. And on the exhale, bowing forward. I thank you for practicing with me today. The light and the love in me honors the light and love in each of you. Namaste. Good job, everybody.